Greetings. After having seen my YouTube friends Ziploc Bloody and Deadpoozilla put out their top 10s as far as heroes go and villains, I pretty much decided I might as well jump on the bandwagon myself and put together a top 10 as well. Unlike Zip and Zilla, however, I won't break these down into Marvel sections and DC sections. I'll just take it as any and all companies combined. That said, my number 10 would be the Phantom Stranger. The Phantom Stranger that I remember, however, he wasn't DC's Doctor Strange. He was something altogether different. When I was digging the Phantom Stranger, you didn't know what was going on with him. You didn't know whether he was a mystic. You didn't know whether he was cosmic. You didn't know whether he was some sort of ninja or what have you. He just seemed to show up at the right place at the right time. You never seen him disappear. It was one of those things where if you looked away and you looked back, he was gone. DC has gotten all the way away from that now, and basically they have him as a magician or a sorcerer, and I haven't had any use for the character since. But anyway, the way I see him in my mind, the Phantom Stranger, I guess he'd be the 1970s era Phantom Stranger. At number 9, Dakota's own Static or Static Shock. Back when Milestone was happening, I thought that Static was maybe not the hero with the catchiest look or the most dynamic powers, but he was the most relatable. He was probably closest to what you would consider old school Spider-Man to be. At number 8, the Hulk. Primarily the Peter David Hulk, which was essentially Hulk's body in Bruce Banner's mind. I thought those were some of the best stories, and actually it's kind of a tie, but he's tied with himself, because I also liked Warrior Hulk as well, from Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. I like those kind of Conan-esque moments he had in those miniseries. At number 7, another semi-Spider-Man, semi-Superman type character, Robert Kirkman's Invincible. This is a character that's put in the position where the ridiculous seems plausible, and to me, if you've read Invincible, you pretty much can't help but to like him. At number 6, Captain Marvel. Marvel's Captain Marvel. And in this case, I'm speaking of the Jim Starlin penned and drawn Marvel which I thought was probably some of the best cosmic adventures that I've seen then or today. At number 5, The Beast. The Beast I'm thinking of is the Beast, excuse me, is the Beast that debuted in The Avengers. The blue furry beast, the joking beast, which to me is the best he's ever been done. Although I did like the, Encyclopedia Britannica beast from the beginning. Pretty much what's been done with him recently, I haven't cared for too much. Let's see, where am I at? At number 4, Cyclops. And I'm thinking of Cyclops back in the day. Back in the day when he was a brooder, when he was one of the few brooders, probably outside of the Vision, to me, to have any kind of, to carry any kind of weight to him, any kind of significance to him. Of course, he's all wussified now because of the White Queen, but what you gonna do? At number 3, Batman. And what may be surprising about this choice is that I'm speaking primarily of the Dick Grayson Batman. I really like how Morrison has made this Batman, believe it or not, more human, whereas Bruce Wayne was really more of a machine, for all intents and purposes. At number 2, Captain America. Pretty much for similar reasons as Ziploc stated. Cap was about more than just wearing the flag. Cap was really about the ideals of that flag, and I think probably when written at his best is arguably the most inspirational hero that's been created. And finally, my number 1 is T'Challa, aka the Black Panther. One of the first characters of color to be treated respectfully. Back in the day where you had the world's weakest strongman in Luke Cage, and his sayings of "Sweet Christmas" and Mama Cage's baby boy, yada yada yada. And you had images of the Falcon climbing up light poles just so he could gain some altitude so he could fly. The Panther was someone with whom I could look at, somewhat identify with, and not feel that he was a walking stereotype. And the fact that his nation of Wakanda is looked upon as highly as any other nation, with that nation sometimes needing help and sometimes it extending help. I think that the Black Panther is probably one of the best creations of either company to come out in a long time. Anyway, those are my picks, and I'll just say night out.